Hey everyone, welcome to Crate, the go-to place for commercial real estate interviews and training. Today we're diving deep into 5 entry-level roles that can launch you into a 6-figure career as a new analyst breaking into industry. We'll cover the responsibilities, roles, ease of breaking in, pros and cons, and name some of the top firms hiring for each role. Well, let's get started. First up is real estate private equity. These firms raise money to invest directly in real estate assets or companies. Entry-level analysts will be responsible for underwriting potential deals, building detailed cash flow models, researching markets and property types, and preparing pitch decks for investment committees. Compensation for an entry-level analyst will vary between firms, but it averages to around $100K in annual salary with a generous bonus. There's a variety of roles in PE firms. The investment team deals with acquisitions and dispositions. Portfolio management monitors fund performance and makes sure the overall portfolio is strategically positioned. Asset management drives NOI growth for individual properties, and investor relations focuses on capital raising. For the ease of breaking into industry, we rate it 5 out of 5. This is a very difficult industry to break into straight out of college. The typical route is summer analyst or new grad straight into an analyst position. Otherwise, it's a 2-year period in investment banking to an associate role at a PE firm. The pros are it is a very highly prestigious position with great pay, with better hours than investment banking, and you also have carry potential. However, the industry is very difficult to break into with intense competition, and bonuses fluctuate year over year based on performance. Some top shops in this industry are Blackstone, KKR, TPG, Carlyle, Brookfield, Starwood, and BGO. Next is real estate investment banking. Here you're advising REITs, developers, and funds on mergers, acquisition, and fundraising. Analyst responsibilities include financial modeling for companies and properties, preparing pitch materials and client presentations, and running deal processes and due diligence. Average compensation is a base salary of $110K with a bonus of $80K, which is variable firm to firm and dependent on role. Some roles in this industry are Regal or Real Estate Gaming and Lodging Group, which advise M&As, private equity buyouts, and equity and debt capital market offerings. Balance Sheet Lending Group originates CRE loans for properties such as multifamily and office by leveraging the bank's balance sheet. Community Development Banking provides capital for affordable housing developers, and lastly, agency lending is where you lend on behalf of GSEs or government-sponsored enterprises such as Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. The ease of breaking in we rate as a 4 out of 5. It's not as difficult as private equity firms, however, it's still extremely difficult to break into. The typical route is a summer analyst or associate role into a full-time analyst or associate role. The pros for this industry are extremely prestigious with great pay, with world-class training, and full asset class exposure, but there is a high turnover rate, extremely demanding hours, and bonus fluctuation year by year based on performance. And you also acquire less property-level knowledge. Some big names in the industry are JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, Citi, Wells Fargo, Deutsche Bank, and Morgan Stanley. The third industry we want to discuss is real estate capital markets brokerage. These firms broker the buying, selling, and financing of large properties. Entry-level analysts will often underwrite properties for sales pitches, build offering memos, model financing scenarios, and help manage the transaction process. The average compensation for this industry is a base pay of $70K with around $40K in commissions bonus. Roles in this industry include investment sales and equity and debt placement. Investment sales focuses on selling of properties on the behalf of owners, and equity and debt placement help finance acquisitions and developments. We rate the ease of breaking into this industry as 2 out of 5 because of the number of companies in the industry. Typical routes to breaking in include summer analyst position to a full-time analyst position or directly a full-time analyst position after new grad. The pros of this industry is full asset class exposure with great relationship building and a high commission potential. But the commission does fluctuate year by year, and by nature the industry is very networking heavy with a lot of demanding hours. Some big names are Eastdil Secured, CBRE, JLL, Savills, Newmark, Cushman & Wakefield, and Colliers. Fourth is REITs and institutional investors like insurance companies, pension funds, and sovereign wealth funds. In this sector of the industry, entry-level analysts will focus on underwriting new investments, managing existing properties, and portfolio strategy and reporting. Average compensation for this industry is about $80K in base pay with a $30K bonus. Roles in this industry are very similar to real estate investment banking, consisting of investment, portfolio management, asset management, and investor relations. We rate the ease of breaking in as a 3 out of 5 because of the number of firms available to apply to. The typical route for breaking into industry is a summer analyst role into a full-time analyst role, or breaking in directly as a new grad with a full-time analyst role. The pros of working in this industry is full asset class exposure with great stability and great hours, and you get to work on the buy side, which gives you an exit option later on in your career to private equity. However, because these firms like to focus on less risky investments, you have to focus on limited strategies with slower career growth and less bonus potential. Some big names in industry are PGIM, MetLife, Prologis, GIC, CPP Investments, Oxford, and Vernado. Lastly, we have development. If you want to create real estate, this is your path. Entry-level roles include project manager or development analyst, doing things like managing project budgets and timelines, supporting entitlement and permitting efforts, working with architects, engineers, and contractors. You also have asset managers who manage the existing properties in the portfolio and construction management that works with general contractors. The average compensation for this industry is $70K in base pay and $30K in bonus. However, pay in this industry is extremely variable. The ease of breaking in we rate as a 2 out of 5 because of the number of firms available to apply to. The typical routes are summer analyst to a full-time analyst position, but more often a new grad to a full-time analyst position. The pro of this industry is it's extremely entrepreneurial with great ability to build relationships and with carry potential as well. However, it's very high risk and coordination heavy, and the pay can be very variable, as mentioned before. Some big names in industry are Heinz, Trammell Crow, Related, Greystar, Tishman Speyer, Extel, and Dominion. As a quick recap, we discussed 5 sectors of the industry today: real estate private equity, real estate investment banking, capital markets brokerage, REITs and institutional investment firms, and development. Breaking into the industry can feel overwhelming, especially when you're not sure where to start. At Crate, we've helped students and mid-career professionals land interviews and secure roles across all 5 major sectors. Over the next few weeks, we're rolling out new resources to make the process easier for you, including a detailed cheat sheet to help you ace your interviews, a website packed with deep dive content, and even more videos. Make sure to subscribe and follow us so that you don't miss any of the new tools and tips coming your way.